those things that we think are important to us on the outside. But our attachment to our opinions, our ideas, and our views of the way things are or are not, and the way things should be. What happens when we feel criticized or attacked is our ego jumps into action. This narcissistic injury that we perceive becomes really, really powerful. And we start to act out. Once we've been practicing for a while in our meditation, we get a slight glimmer of a way of being or acting differently. We get a glimmer that that is possible. Think about a moment for yourself, maybe this morning, the last week, last month, or maybe your whole life, something that you've perceived as narcissistic injury, something that you're holding on to. Maybe something that was said quite innocently by a friend or partner in conversation that really pierced you, that stayed with you. Maybe something a co-worker did, felt like dismissal, not paying attention, and you're still carrying that. Now notice how when you think about this, what happens in your body? What's the physical manifestation of this perceived criticism, this injury to the ego? Just take a few minutes to really embody this shempa, this suffering. It often starts with a tightening in the chest or the stomach, a pulling back, shutting down. And then what arises? Anger, sadness. And then we start investing in the story of what happened, how we'll pay them back, how we won't speak to them, or we shout at them, and then we hold on to the anger, and we're still in anger. So spend a couple of minutes thinking of how you have invested in your story, this incident. Notice how your body feels now that you're fully invested in this story and these feelings, these ideas, these opinions. Last night Roshi talked about anger, and the transformation of anger is discerning wisdom. When we're in this place of anger, this place of Shempa and suffering, we have an opportunity to transform that Shempa into wisdom, into discerning wisdom. If we catch ourselves in the moment when we feel the body tightening, we feel that contracting, we have a wonderful opportunity to do something differently, to not get on that carousel, to not run with the story, but to take a breath. And to notice what is actually happening. To come out of the story into the body and notice what is happening. And realize that it's from this place that we go off to the races. This is the train waiting for us to get on. And we don't have to do this. We can stay with whatever is arising. Stay with the uncomfortability, the messiness, the embarrassment, and realize it's just a thought. And if we stay with the breath, after a while, we'll calm down. The body will begin to rest or soften a little. This is not to say that whatever the action is that brought us to this place, if someone made us angry, there may be a good reason. But we don't have to act out of our anger or resentment. When we're fully back in our body, we can address the situation in a very different way. And this is a practice of awareness. Fully recognizing that in any moment we can just be out of awareness. Over this weekend, there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to get on that carousel, to close down, to contract. When you're working with your partner or in groups, remember you have an opportunity to recognize and to be different.